it's Jenny. I am back with a Japan snack haul. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me post all of these snacks that we brought back. Most of it is omiyage. Omiyage means like a gift, and so typically, like Hawaii custom is when you come back from a trip, you usually bring back something for people that you work with or family members or friends and so forth. So as you can see from my first shot that I'll edit in, that we purchased a lot. It probably filled up a whole suitcase, although we had them kind of separated into three. And these are just like a combination of our favorite snacks and treats from Japan. However, we also purchased some other things that we haven't tried yet. So I'll let you know which ones and where. Hopefully, I remember all the places that we got everything from. But I'll do it like probably in little sections and try to edit the whole thing together because it's just too much to do all in one. So if you want to see close ups of the items, not the individual like opened items, but the packaging and stuff. I think I have it all on my Instagram, so you can follow me at Crafty Hilo Girl on Instagram. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna actually start with the on this side is all of our what is it called? More savory snacks because the rest of it is mostly like sweet treats. So I'll do savory and then the drinks, and then I'll come back and do all of the sweet stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is a lot of it's mostly stuff that we bought for other people, specifically one of our friends who likes a lot of hot or spicy food, and so does my husband. So I'm guessing at some of them because we didn't really try a lot of it, and the rest are more like saltiness. We ate a lot while we were on our trip, and we forgot to buy some to bring back, but oh well, that's okay because I'm sure hopefully we'll be going back to Japan again soon. Okay, so this is our favorite thing about going to Japan is buying snacks and eating the food there. So if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, then you might want to check out another video that I have. I will have a small, I don't have too much craft stuff, but I do have like a Hello Kitty haul coming up. Okay, so this one I got, I think it was from either Lawson or 7-Eleven. We really like Konbini over there, or convenience stores. They're a lot better than the Hawaii convenience stores. And their food is just really good. So whenever we go, we just try whatever's there. Especially like their desserts, their onigiri, and then their snacks. My daughter is really into the drinks, so she always checks out the drink area. Okay, so this one is called Rich Butter Potato Chips. Again, I haven't tried it, but I thought that might be really good. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys remember when we were younger, it used to come in a can, and I think it was called Crunch O's, and this is what it reminds me of. They're more of a potato type snack, kind of reminds me of Pringles, but they're like round. You can find this at Don Quixote back in Hawaii. Okay, this is my husband's favorite arare snack. So arare is a rice cracker. And we have different versions of it here in Hawaii, but this one has cheese in the middle, which is really odd to me, but it's one of his favorite snacks. So when we saw it at Nikki no Kashi, Nikki no Kashi is like, we call it the omiyage store, but it's like a large, cheaper, you can buy it in bulk, like snack store in Amiyakocho, which is in Ueno. So I tried to put in the Instagram post where I got everything from, but you can also find this at Don Quixote and I'm sure at other places, but we just happened to pick it up at Nikki no Kashi. Okay, all of this stuff here is all from Don Quixote or Don K in the Asakusa area, which is where we stayed. And I'm not sure, never tried any of this stuff before, and frankly this is not really my style, but this is a cheese kalpas. I don't know what that means, and this is, I think, a garlic version. So they look like meat snacks, like kind of like beef jerky-ish. So he got this for one of our friends, and then we also got, I don't know if he's gonna do a hot tasting party, a spicy tasting party. This looks like a hot spicy arare to me. And look at that chili pepper. And then this one's called Devil's Red. I don't even know what this is. I think it's I don't even know if it's like a meat or what. I don't know. When we find out, I'll let you guys know. And then this is a panda. It's like a spicy version of the meat, I guess. So I'm sure they will enjoy it. I'm not a spicy person. And then this one is like a spicy steak flavored Cheeto looking potato chip, or not potato, but a corn chip. Okay, so that is not all of the savory. Okay, so then my husband always gets this. So this is, we call it the taiko snacks. It says don don on it, and the kids are playing taiko. He buys that because he's the leader of his taiko group. So whenever we go, we always buy this to give to the kids back home. That's in his group. And then the final thing for the savory stuff, this is, it's actually like, I don't know if it's sweet, but it's a ume flavor, which is kind of saltier. And my friend specifically asked for this, and he said it's kind of like a ume fruit roll up. So he said that, like, he was showing us the packaging, which was very helpful. So we found the large bag at Niki no Kashi in Ameyokocho. And I also picked up the small version, but we also saw the small bags at Don Quixote in Asakusa. So if you're not going to Ameyokocho, you can probably find it at Don K. It might be a little bit more expensive. But I ended up getting a few more for some other friends who I know who like ume, because not everybody likes that. Okay, so now I'm going to head on to the drinks, because Japan has very different types of drinks. I don't know if you can see me in there, from what we have here. And one of them is what we call strong zero, or these types of mixed drinks in the can. So these are alcoholic. Strong zero is very popular, and it has 9% alcohol, so it will kick your butt. This one I think is melon flavored. This was given to us by our friend Randy. Hey Randy. So when we visited him, he gave us a couple of those. These are the large sizes, you can tell. Never tried that flavor before, so we'll give it a shot. And then my sister-in-law really likes strong zero, so we got her just a few versions of it. This is lemon. This one is orange sour, which I've never seen before. She said she likes this pink one. It says pink shot. I don't know what the difference is between this and this. They kind of look the same. They both have lemons on it, but she likes that one. And then we thought this one was really interesting because it was in a different can. It said like it was a premium version, so we decided to get it. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a grape, but I'm not sure. Grape or something else. Anyway, so we got those for her. And then this is my husband's favorite, yuzu lemon soda, and you can find this at 7-Eleven. We haven't really found it anywhere else, but it comes, actually usually you can find it in the smaller bottle size, but just so happened at this one 7-Eleven that was a little bit bigger than the others, they had this large version, so he wanted to bring that home so that we could enjoy it one last time before all of our goodies are gone. So okay, so that's the drinks and the savory. I'll be back and I'll edit together all of the sweet stuff. Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I totally forgot to add in these for the savory. So this is, if you've ever been to Japan, you probably heard of Ichiran. Ichiran is a chain tonkotsu ramen restaurant. And we found one where we actually went to. It was a nice cold rainy day, and so it was really great. The cool thing is you get to pick like how thick you want your broth. You can make it spicy and so forth. And this is our nephew's favorite place to eat when he goes to Japan. So I found them in like single servings. So I ended up getting him a couple to go with something else that we also purchased for him. But wanted to make sure that we picked up some because that's his favorite place to eat. And then the other thing, okay, so this one we didn't buy, but our friend Randy also gave us this. And so he, it's kind of cool. It's called it was a unagi, I forget what they called it, unagi something. But it's like a cracker that looks like a unagi, which is an eel. And then I think it's made out of nuts, actually. Probably doesn't taste like unagi, but we didn't try it yet. But first time I saw that snack. That's kind of cool, actually. And then the other thing that's kind of in between sweet and savory is, look how cute this bag is, but it's actually a mochi that Randy also gave us. So we had one of them already while we were in Japan, but I thought I'd just share it here in case you were wondering. And you see this bag and you're trying to figure out what's in it, because sometimes they don't have like a picture, and if you don't speak Japanese, it might be a little bit like, okay, well, I guess I won't get that. So look how cute. It's a little mochi in here, and it's covered with kinako, which is like a soybean powder. And then this black thing here is like the glaze that you, or a syrup, I guess, that you put onto the top. And then this is like your little knife to cut it and eat it with. I don't know if it's like the warabi style of mochi, but it's very soft. It was really good. So anyway, he gave us a whole bunch. And as I mentioned, we did eat one of them. So thank you, Randy, for that too. That was really interesting because, like I said, sometimes we don't know what some of the things are. Sometimes we'll chance it, and sometimes we're like, never mind. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to buy it. So it's always great to get things that maybe you wouldn't have normally bought. But anyway. Okay, so moving on. So this is all the sweet stuff. And this isn't everything. I just kind of brought out one or two of each, just to kind of show you the different sizes and what's inside. So everybody who goes to Japan normally picks up some kind of Kit Kat because they're well known for all of their different flavors. They actually have a Kit Kat store. They have a small section in Seibu department store in the Ikebukuro station. But I hear they also have a Kit Kat store, which we didn't go to. I think it's in Shibuya, but I'm not totally sure. There's one place where at that Kit Kat store, you can actually hold a reservation to make your own Kit Kat, which we didn't do, and we didn't have time to do that anyway. But if you're interested, you can go ahead, and I'm sure somebody on YouTube has it. I think that's how I found it. But these are just some of the different flavors that we picked up this time. So we wanted to try the milk tea, which I've never seen a milk tea Kit Kat before, so that's kind of neat. Okay, so just to let you know, these bags, they look really big, but they only have 7. So it's a big bag, but there's hardly anything in here. So it's really just to try it. And the size of the Kit Kats are only like this big, and it's a double stick, but it's only like that. It's not a regular Kit Kat size. Okay, this one is banana caramel, which I never saw before either. So we picked that one up. And then we got one of the orange chocolate, which is more of a darker chocolate. And then this one, we actually bought our own box and we had a few left. But Randy also gave us this as part of his omiyage. So thanks, Randy, for that. And it was like, I think it's a lemon, but it's kind of tart. Almost reminded me of like a lime version, which I liked. So I got another. I mean, he gave us that box, but I did enjoy it. And I'm pretty sure I've had the apple version before, so I picked up the apple. And I found this at Don Quixote. This one I only saw at Nikki no Kashi. All of these I saw at both, and I think we got these at Nikki no Kashi. So that's all the Ameyokocho store. Okay, so my favorite candy of all times in Japan, and I never get sick of it, is this thing called Black Thunder. So Black Thunder, let me open it up, is they have several versions of it, and I believe this is like the regular old plain version that you will find all over the place. This is my favorite. It's kind of like Oreos, and I don't know. It's so good, and then it's covered in chocolate. But the thing about Japanese candies is that it's not too sweet. So it looks like it would be super sweet, but it's not. And so I bought about 3 of these boxes so that I could give to my my students. So it was like 700 yen, which I'm sure when you convert it is a lot cheaper than $7, and this one had 20 pieces in it. So I got a few because I have a few classes that I wanted to share it with. In addition, at Nikki no Kashi, okay, so this one I got at Don Quixote. I'm pretty sure that you can find the same box at Nikki no Kashi, maybe for cheaper. And then my husband picked this one up. This is like a almond version, I think. He said almond and hazelnut. I didn't try it yet, but he said it was really good. And this one, he said, had about 12 bars in it, the small size bars. And this one I really like. So this one was a strawberry version. I bought about 4 or 5 bags of these. This one was really good, so I'll probably share some of that as well. And then let's see. Oh, so this one was kind of a surprise. So I didn't realize my husband bought the big bag, but they do have a large bag, and then they also have the smaller bags. And so my daughter ended up buying it. Okay, so let me just back up. So what we started to do, or we always talked about doing, was going to our favorite snack shops at the beginning of our trip, like Trader Joe's if we go to the mainland, and then Nikki no Kashi before at the beginning of our trip. And that's just so we can try out stuff while we're on our trip. And then if we like it, then we can go back and buy some more. So that on our first trip there, my daughter had bought some of these, and they're like little balls of chocolate with like crunchies in it. And it was really good. So when we went back, we bought, my husband, I didn't know he bought the big bag. And then I got a few of these. So this is just the same thing, but in a smaller bag version. And then I got this one too. This is a coffee version, because I know a couple people who might like the coffee one. So I did get those. And that was I like that. That was a pretty good snack. Okay, that was all from Nikki no Kashi. Okay, then what's next? Okay, let's do Sugar Butter Tree. Okay, so Sugar Butter Tree is one of my favorite omiyages to give. So they have seasonal flavors, which is what I mostly purchased. They always have the vanilla, so you'll always see the sandwich cookie with the vanilla frosting on the inside, and then periodically they'll have ones that are like covered in a chocolate or something. So this is kind of what it looks like. They kind of I don't know if it's described as being like a cereal type of cookie, but it's super crunchy. They kind of have the texture of a Triscuit almost, but then they have this kind of frosting in the middle, so it's like a sandwich cookie. This one we found at 7-Eleven of all places. There's 3 to the pack, and this one was apple flavor. We really liked it when we tried it, so before we left, I purchased about 3 or 4 of these so that I could give them away as well as keep one for myself. These were really good, and then they had like another apple version at the store that we went to, so you could also find it at the store, but that one was like a Moomin. Moomin is this hippopotamus character. They were doing a collab at this particular time. So then we went to the store. So the store we go to, so you can find Sugar Butter Tree. It's a little bit more of a high-end omiyage product. And they're not like available everywhere, so you have to go to certain places where they carry it. So there is a storefront at the Ueno station, which is where we got all of these from, but they also have like a little section or kiosk at Seibu department store in Ikebukuro, and I'm pretty sure I saw it at Tokyo Station before. So if you're not sure, you can always go to those places. We did see some versions of it, not everything, at the Haneda airport as well before we left. So if you want the specialty stuff, you probably have to go to their store. So our friend Ai-chan gave us this, which I ended up buying a second one because we ate all of what she gave us on the trip. But it was kind of nice because then we could taste it and then decide if we wanted to buy it to bring back home. So this one is actually a sampler, and there's 3 different types of cookies in this one. One side had like a nuts version, and it was more like a peanut butter taste to me. And then the middle section was just the plain vanilla ones, which are also good. And then on the other side there was a it kind of tasted, I think it was said it was caramel. I think that's what it said. So it was really good. My daughter really loved it. We also bought a version that was like totally covered in chocolate, like dark chocolate. My daughter loved that too, but nobody ended up buying that one for some reason to take home. So I don't have any of that to show you. The one that I purchased for us is this bigger size. This is my favorite one. This is the one, it's the regular one, and it's covered in like strawberry chocolate, I guess. And I've had that before, and I look forward to going in the spring because that's when they have the strawberry stuff. And then I got the smaller packs to give away as omiyage to some of my good friends who I know like Sugar Butter Tree, or who I know that they'll like it. Anyway, okay, so the other thing, let me do this one first. So this one, okay, I didn't actually try it yet, but my mom was on the search for like anything like sakura kind of like cookies or something, and to our surprise, there wasn't a whole lot of sakura flavored stuff while we were there. Even my daughter wanted to try the sakura frappuccinos at Starbucks, and we couldn't find any. Nobody had it already. Nobody had the sakura mugs or anything like that. So we were kind of striking out. But on our very last day, when we went to Ueno Station to go to Sugar Butter Tree, we stumbled onto this place. I guess it's called Tokyo. I think it was Puget Suro or something like that. And I guess you can find it in Ginza, but we found it at Ueno Station. It was just kind of on the side by the bathrooms. And I noticed this pretty box, and that's what drew me to there. So I pointed it out to my mom, and she wanted to pick some up. She ended up buying this one for me. I think it was only like 600 yen, which is pretty reasonable. The cookies that they had on display actually look like, if you're familiar with Yokomoku cookies, it's like a nice cookie, very light and crispy, and in the middle there's like a layer of some kind of frosting. So this one had like sakura flavored one, so I asked her if I could have one of the boxes, so she bought one for me because she was buying several of them. So I would give that a try and let you know how that is. The other one that's similar to this, the as far as the way the cookie looks, are these. So this is it's made in Hokkaido, and Hokkaido is known for like their cream, and it's like snow, so it's always like white looking stuff. So it's the same type of cookie, but inside is like their Hokkaido cream, I guess. So everything is white looking. And I saw a similar box like this at Don Quixote in Honolulu. I was gonna buy it until I saw the price. I think it came out to like either $20 or $30 or 40. I can't even remember. It was a lot, and then it made me put it back. So I never ended up getting it. I did try it before because my sister-in-law had brought it back for us from one of her trips. And so since I saw it at the airport, which is the only place I could find it, I picked up 2 boxes because I think together it was like $30. If I had to guess, I think it was 16. This is the smaller box. There was actually a larger size one. Maybe the larger one was 16. I can't remember. But anyway, these are, I know they're good. If I didn't know, like, it's hard to tell, right? Like, they didn't even have samples. So I just kind of guessed that this was the one, and I asked my sister-in-law. She said that, yeah, it was. Okay, the other thing we got is Melty Kiss. We've had this a long time ago, and they're always good. This is the chocolate strawberry flavor. So I guess my husband wanted it, so he bought that. And then this one we actually bought. We never tried this before this trip. I found it on the first time we went to Nikinokashi, and it's called Sequoia. This version in particular is strawberry and chocolate, and as you can see, it comes with a lot of different bars. I think it was 20. So it was good, but I'll probably throw it in as the stuff to go to my class so that they can kind of pick which one they wanted. Okay, the other thing that my daughter was looking for was this Royce chocolates. Royce, they're also known as Nama chocolate, and I think it's made in Hokkaido, so it was very hard to find. The only place we could find it was in the airport at Haneda. So they had several different types. I got 2 of the dark chocolate because one of my friends likes dark chocolate. I got 2 of the milk, and I got I figure one of them we can try so that like we can see what the hell the hoopla is about. It was actually reasonable at the airport. I have no idea how much they normally cost, but I guess they're made in Hokkaido, and again, anything with the word Hokkaido on it is usually really good. So somebody from my daughter, I think her friend's grandmother, requested this particular chocolate, so she got some for them. She also picked up, I also bought hers. She also got I think the matcha and then the coffee flavored ones, but I only got the milk and the dark. Okay, almost done. So these are just some miscellaneous stuff. My husband likes this gum. He especially likes the one with all the little different fruit flavors. So he got 1 bottle of that. He also picked these up. They're very similar to haichu. So if you ever see this type, they used to be called bucho, but I don't know, it's called something else. I don't even want to attempt it. But anyway, we figured out this one is grape soda and this one is ramune, which is like a cider type. So he figured he'd give those a try. And this is my favorite childhood memory of candy. So this is called Sweet Secret. That's how I remember it. It was probably called something else. They're like little chocolate eggs. I remember this character. It looks like Toad from from Mario Kart, but they're chocolate eggs, and inside there's little different candies. So if you see here, like that's a sample of it. So this is the strawberry version of this little girl, and then there's like little candies inside. So each one, this is what you'll get: a strawberry star. I don't know what this one was. Oh, this one looks like a M&M. I remember the old version had a one that looked like an egg. Like you actually bite into it and it had a yolk inside. This one is that. I don't know what. I call it rock candy. My daughter calls it something else. I can't remember what it's called. This is that little girl, and then these are the hearts. And then they all have these little candy beads along with it. And I'm a sucker for candy beads. So I bought like 1 million of these. When we went to that Nikki no Kashi store, that's where I got these from, along with this. This is the only place I could find it. And if you spend over 5,000 yen, which is like $50, then you can get it tax-free. So on the last trip to Nikki no Kashi, we ended up spending a lot of money. I think it was only like $81 or so, 8,100 yen. And I was buying for my daughter, and she was in a different line because she wanted to take hers back, and she wasn't going to hit 50. And so I ended up with hers because they seal it up when it's tax-free. So you're not supposed to consume it in the in Japan. You're supposed to take it home and consume it, and that's why you can get it tax-free, which I think is about 10% off. So it's worth it. But anyway, so now I have extra, so I bought some to give to other people, and now I have more for myself. Anyway, so that is my Japan snack haul. So if you are not sure about some of these things, then now maybe you know a little bit more and you won't be as scared to give it a try. But these are some of our favorite things, and as I mentioned, the ones that we've never tried before, we can kind of let you know if we liked it or not. But hope that you enjoyed this haul. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!